Alright guys, so here we are, and if I remember correctly, I don't know why I'm looking there. Okay, so I still have to do these. I'm gonna have to eventually do that one, but I have to still find it. These are all completed. But I need to make sure I have enough stuff. Oh my goodness, I probably need to use my inhaler. Cold, cold, cold. Okay. So I need to make a whole bunch of cold medicine. I don't know how much I have. Can't remember if I did that before I closed out the last one or not. Here we go. Nope, that's not right either. Aha! There we go. Cold. I've only made 4. So I do need to make more for the cold. Because there's quite a few that have a cold. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Let's see. We can't recycle anything. Alrighty. So as we're dealing with the Ascalon Club, I think what I want to do... Wait, I don't know why I did that. That I know is in the park. This one I have to actually go to the house. So I will eventually find it as I'm like kind of knocking everything out here. So let's go. Here we go. I know he's got something that I have to see, and he'll have to come back here, I think. Could be wrong, but I feel like... I don't know. Trying to be patient. Okay, there's this moved outside. After that, he does his next move. Or do I have to rest first? I might have to rest first or complete something first before it unlocks that ability. Dang it. Okay. Well. Nonetheless, where is Emily's house? Okay, Emily's house is over here. That's where we're gonna go. I wonder if I can. I think it's over here. Not on this side. So it's gonna have to be on this side, I think. Wait, no. I love that. I forgot the button though, I'm not gonna lie. Between playing a few different games kind of at the same time, and they all have different, attack buttons and things like that, so I have to remember when I switch from one to the other. And when I jump into a game, I traditionally just jump straight in and start playing. Alright guys, so we had an error code come up out of nowhere with the game. And so now we're jumping in to see where it put me. If I got through the gate, if I didn't get through the gate, if I'm... If I just left the mansion, if I didn't... I don't know, but it saved my video, so at least that happened. But something happened with the game itself, and there was an error with it, and it's loading, and it didn't like something I did. Okay, so I popped into the Reed Mansion. It's still tracking that it's still saying that I'm tracking Emily's house. I wonder if it kept... my, okay, 8, yes. So it's got all my cold treatments, but it went ahead and backtracked me to here. So we're gonna go ahead and try this again, guys. Fun. I wonder if the game's not thrilled that I'm like knocking out all the extra missions before I'm continuing on with the main story missions, because I really don't have much of them. I wonder if that's what the problem is. Okay, so let's see. None of these are open. I didn't think it was over here anyway. Yeah. I didn't think so. Do I have everything unlocked with
in a more peaceful situation? Dr. Reed, still visiting London by night?
We must both be nocturnal animals, you and I. After your captivity, I thought you'd be more cautious.
Breathing the cold night air helps calm my mind, sir. I've had the most frightening nightmares since I escaped that filthy jail.
May I ask you what you do for a living, Mr. Kimura?
I was a landlord. A wealthy one. And not a very kind one, I realized recently.
Why this sudden epiphany? Is it because of your near-death experience?
I was already feeling nostalgic about Weymouth, my hometown. With recent events, I'm thinking about going back there.
Okay.
How is the situation in the West End?
I've heard rumors about armed men patrolling and fighting infected citizens in these very streets. I was lucky they didn't shoot me when I was abducted.
What can you tell me about your abduction?
If you really want to know, I was locked in that building for 3 or 4 days. My jailer was insane, mumbling about sacrifice and voices.
What did he say about voices?
He constantly whined about the voice of his master, ordering him to do terrible things. He wanted to silence the voice by offering blood. My blood.
And why didn't he sacrifice you?
That was the weirdest part. He claimed to spill blood was not enough. It had to be done when some stars were aligned.
Which stars?
That's the whole point. He wanted me to talk to him about some Red Queen configuration or constellation. I've never heard of such an astronomical term.
Why are you so nostalgic for your hometown, Tadao?
I was focused so much on making money, I almost forgot that my relatives and friends are threatened by this epidemic.
Have you heard anything from your family?
I was not only a bad landlord, I was also a bad husband. I've not seen my wife and son for years. Busy, busy, busy.
At least now you're ready to go back and see them. But don't be surprised if your son bears a grudge, sir.
You make it sound like you suffered from an absent father yourself, Dr. Reed. Well, I'll keep your warning in mind.
Have you no friends at all?
Over the years, I'm afraid my greed turned me into my friend's adversary, while I became friends with my professional rivals.
Those you grew up with didn't share your views on money and success.
Would you believe I was once a member of poetry circles and an astronomy club? We were young, such joyful dreamers then. But I stopped laughing long ago.
Can you change? And is it what you really want? If so, it must come from within, not without.
I've seen what an altruistic gesture can do. Nothing forced you to save me, Dr. Reed, but you did. I will follow your example in these matters from now on.
There is no need to thank me. Rescuing a London citizen should not be out of the ordinary. Though I'm afraid it may appear so in these difficult times.
You did not only rescue me, you fought for me. You put your life in danger to save me. That's quite extraordinary.
How will you cope if you're attacked again?
I don't know. I've heard about these men and women who patrol the West End every night, chasing criminals like my abductor. Maybe I should join them.
Tell me, Tadao, why was your abductor so interested in your passion for astronomy?
I don't know. We met a few times at the Royal Greenwich Observatory. He seemed to share my hobby. Then he invited me to his house and locked me in.
Yes, astronomy is a fascinating subject. When I was a child, my mother bought a small telescope for my sister and I. We spent many a pleasant evening stargazing.
Stars are not just dots in the sky, Doctor. They are the key to our understanding of the cosmos. They remind us how insignificant we are.
You're right. But children love magic and stories. I remember our mother told us constellations have the power to protect us.
Protection by the light of the stars. That's sweet. You remember the name of these constellations?
Pegasus. It was the constellation my mother liked the most.
Memory's a strange thing. I can recite without hesitation the names of the 88 constellations. Yet I barely remember my own childhood.
Did he fake his interest in astronomy to get close to you?
No. In his madness, he spoke about a blood sacrifice to be made to his master when the stars align to a specific configuration.
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura. Take care.
London has brought so much pain to me.
Okay. So I've already determined that... Oh, maybe it's this way. Wait, I did go this way, didn't I? No? Yes? Now I can't quite remember. See, I thought I needed to go up there. Oh, I think if I remember it, I have to gain access to their house so I can go out that door. Yes. That's why I can't get up there yet. So I won't be able to solve that one for a little while. Because I have to have mesmerization level high enough to be able to get in there. Because I have to convince her. So, we're gonna have to continue on with the mission. Because that's the only way I'm gonna go ahead and get any further with it. Alright, so this is it, right? Well, I know this is where I need to go next, but... And there's... Let's see. Okay, that's healthy. The docks. I really should go heal all these people. Most of them are in the docks, it looks like. There's a few in Whitechapel. But it looks like most of them are in the docks. Oh, hey, you know what? We're gonna do it. There. So I'm just gonna walk through here and go through the way that officially locked me out before. I kind of wish this game had a fast travel because it would kind of make it a little bit nicer, easier flow. Wait, yeah, this way. I had to think about it for a minute. But it would have a nice, easier flow to be able to fast travel from one spot to the other. I thought it did, but I can't seem to find a way to do it, so I think it's literally, now looking back, having to literally I thought something shiny was there. Okay. So we're just gonna keep going towards the docks. Because that's what I need. I can't even pick that up. Oh, that's because he's down here. There we go. I was like, why the heck can I not seem to do that? Okay, Limehouse District, here we go. Why am I going that way? It's this way that I need to go. So all these people are over here. See, he's got a cold. Gotta cure him. I almost said kill. No, not kill. Cure.
Do you need medical help, sir?
Yeah, I do. If you can throw in some drugs, I can find use for that too.
So you can sell them on the black market? Sorry, I'll only provide you with exactly what you need.
Fair enough, Dr. Reid. Don't cost me nothing to ask.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
She's healthy. He's healthy. Ooh, Tom. And Sabrina.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Do you need any help?
Can't be good for business to see the bartender cough in your beer.
Indeed, it would be a shame to taint the delicate taste.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Reid. My customers and I, we all thank you.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
You still working at this hour? That's what I call dedication.
Do you require medical assistance, Miss Cavendish?
Don't feel so good if you have to know. I knew that keeping the bar open with the epidemic wasn't a good idea.
Take this.
There we
it'll
go.
help. Perhaps you should think about closing the Turquoise Turtle for a while.
Tom always said we've got to keep the doors open. But thank you, Doctor.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
Okay. Now I'm just gonna make sure that that's it for around this side of things. Rufus. I know he's over here somewhere. Where is he? Okay, so down here then. Okay, he's good. Oh, yay. Awesome. I'll be able to watch right here. There we go.
Don't you think Miss Fishburne is nice to us? But I always have the feeling she's hiding something. For now, you're still the only real friend I have, Jack.
Okay. Now, while he's coming up, well, he won't come up while I'm doing this. If I remember correctly. I have to be out of this. He's on the other side. Ah! There we go. So I gotta go to Whitechapel, which I can do from the other side over there. But I will need to go over and deal with treating Rufus. Or Rodney, my bad. I'm thinking about Rufus right now because he should be coming up. There he is. There we go.
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reid.
How come you consider it your only friend?
I found Jack when he was a baby, alone amongst dead rats. Poison, probably. He was the weakest, but he survived. Just like me with my parents.
Like you and your parents?
When I was 8, my parents died in a car accident. Rumour says I didn't get a scratch.
You don't remember the accident?
No. I was little back then. It's been a blurry mess and very quiet in my head ever since.
How have you survived? Did anybody take care of you?
I don't have any family left, really. Except for the good Mrs. Fishburne. She's like my family now.
So long, Rufus.
Alright, there we go.
Be careful.
We've at least unlocked more for him. Okay, so we now have to go over here to the western docks. And we need to remove that one. That way I can go ahead and treat Rodney. Okay, so there we go.
Watch out! Christ! He's dead!
There we go. Can't say that I am not thrilled that I am getting this accomplished. Okay, so now I gotta go in here and get to Rodney. And we'll grab that while we're right there.
Good
There we
evening,
go.
sir. I'm glad to see you safe.
I am not safe. I should never have come back here. My life is in danger. I know it.
You're much safer here than in that contaminated area.
Bullets kill people quicker than diseases and epidemics, Dr. Reed.
Do you need help, Mr. Grader?
Death by disease or by bullet? Do I really have to choose?
Well, I have nothing to stop the bullets, but this should make you feel better.
You have a strange sense of humor, Dr. Reed. But thanks anyway.
What can you tell me about this district?
The East End Docks only knows one rule. Dog eat dog, and blood calls for blood. The gang will have their revenge on me one way or another.
What can you tell me about the locals?
Most people would say that Sean Hampton and Tom Watts are good men who try to sort things out. But for me, the real boss around there was my best friend, Jack Gillingham.
Jack Gillingham, you say?
Everyone round there knew Jack. He was a rock. A mountain even. He feared nothing.
Your friend Jack has something to do with you fleeing to the contaminated area where I found you. I want to know more.
Jack is dead. That's all you need to know. Dead because of me. So much violence. So much sorrow. All of that because I refuse to be insulted again.
The docks are being consumed by violence. Any war you may have started was already brewing underneath the surface, just waiting for a spark to ignite it.
Perhaps you're right. The district was doomed before I was born. But I cannot stop myself thinking that Jack died for me.
Why do you say that?
After I killed that gang member, the Wet Boot Boy suspected Jack. And being loyal and all, he did not refute the accusation.
You are not going to spend the rest of your life hiding, Rodney. What are you planning to do?
Honestly, I have no idea. How am I supposed to live while so many have suffered because of me?
Only you can answer that question. But one thing is certain. Since you owe Jack your life, I think it's fair to live it in a way that would make him proud.
That's the kind of thing Jack could have said, Dr. Reed. Thank you for that. I believe you're a good guy too.
The death of your friend has affected you deeply, hasn't it?
Jack Gillingham was the real deal. He believed we could change the world if we were united and focused enough. And he brought out the best in each of us.
You're right. He died to save you. That alone gives me an idea of the kind of man he was.
He was the bravest. And no one dares to say openly that he got killed by those bastards.
Your friend's plan was audacious, if not reckless. No one stands up by themselves to a gang like the Wet Boot Boys.
How dare you say that? You never met him.
Goodbye, Mr. Grader. Take
That
care.
should take care of everything with him, yes. And then she... Yay! See, we're doing something. Okay, so now I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to... Let's see. We need to go back to Whitechapel. So, let's go back to the West End. And from the West End, I can go in through this opening. Actually, I'm just going to mark this. Ah! I'm trying to mark the line. Oh my lord, my OCD is bad sometimes, I swear. Oh! Hopefully you guys are enjoying my crazy OCD life. Nope, I need to go around first. Okay, so I'm gonna go up in here. And then from there I'll have a lot more options of which way to go. No, that's not what I meant to do either. Okay. Not what I meant to do. Let's see.
Please, sir. Can't let you through. Go back home, idiot!
Nice. Okay. So, hold on a second. I need to go that way. How am I so stuck? This is gonna take me where I don't want to go either.
Steady, boy! Mike, shit, that leech is fast! We have to stop it! Shit, that leech is fast!
There. I was swinging at air for a bit. Oh my goodness. Yep. I just did a whole circle. You know what? I'm gonna go out this side. Over here. And I don't know why I didn't just do that before. Hear all the chaos around. Okay, this will take me back up into here. This should be open now. Now, I just have to go the way that I need to go to get to where I need to be. Let's go to Whitechapel, guys.
Women of all countries unite! Women die too in this war!
It's one of them! Me!
doing that? Okay, nope, not that way. This way. A little more. And then I should have the door right here. Okay, and I already had unlocked it. See, now we're not having to go back and forth all the way to Pembroke, because we're opening up all these doors, or we had, at least, I had been. It saves us a lot of time.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the swan.
I'm gonna go give her some meds.
Good evening, Xiaoshu.
Wang Shanghao, Dr. Reed. It's good to see you again.
How do you feel? Physically speaking, I mean.
I don't feel good, Dr. Reed. Not at all.
You should
Let's
recover
give you
quickly
some
after
medicine,
taking
and that should help.
Thank you, Doctor.
Goodbye for now.
Alright, and then... Wait, why do I always press 1 instead of 2? Okay, so now I just need to get to Bates, and then I think everybody will be healed. Yeah, just Bates. If I remember right, Bates is this way. And this way. It's like I know on the outside, kind of by himself. There we go.
Mr. Bates.
Evening, Doctor.
Okay, so
Since
here
I
we go.
took an oath to help people, can I be of assistance?
Well, I've seen better days, that's for sure. But it was bound to happen with all these refugees about.
Infecting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds. Take this, in any case.
What? You give me this for free? Don't have a clue about this place, do you?
I want to know everything about the recent violence, Cadogan. And I want the truth.
Well, rent may be a bit high, and yeah, I've had to evict a few people. But that's business, isn't it?
I don't believe even you deserve such a cruel fate, though you have tested my patience beyond its limit.
Glad to hear. Nice to know there's another civilized individual in these parts. Not like those bloody savages.
You seem to have recovered well since your attack. Do you ever think about what happened to you?
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages, absolute bloody savages. Their appearance. Jesus. It made me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here. I won't be around next time to save you. It's unusual to see someone so happy around here, especially considering the current situation.
Why should I be sad now? There've always been wars, disease, tragedy. There always will be.
That's an unusual way of seeing things in these trying times.
I don't see why I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm healthy, and I intend to stay so.
What is your business, exactly?
I offer fair lodgings for a modest price to the poor and weary of Whitechapel.
I see. And what about those who cannot pay?
Well, deals can be done, if you know what I mean. Money's not the only currency. After all, I'm not immune to a pretty face.
Ugh. Okay.
In other words, you take advantage of these poor lost souls.
Begging your pardon, I thought you was a man who could appreciate the complexity of the modern world. Things ain't just black and white, you know.
What help could I possibly be to your business?
That's simple. I already get good money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reed, you're from a good family. Don't want to get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy to act as your middleman.
If I were entering into the world of street medicine, it would be on my terms and without such dubious associates as yourself, Mr. Bates.
So it's a no then. That's too bad. The Reed tonic could have really helped people, you know, save lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that Swamborough shit.
Tell me, what's your honest opinion of the increasing violence in London?
People are just beginning to discover what we've always known. This city's rotten to the core. They just took their bloody time to wake up and notice it.
What do you mean?
People are acting like the violence is news. But it's always been savage down here. It just bubbles to the surface every now and again.
I'm just making sure I got everything done.
How are conditions in Whitechapel at present?
The way this sickness is spreading, I don't think there'll be enough new bloods to replace those tenants I'm losing from this bloody thing.
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Oh, I still have to ask you more questions. I'm wondering if it's
Mr.
just that
Bates.
one.
Evening, Doctor.
Have you heard anything about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Not really.
A man such as yourself, knee-deep in the muck of Whitechapel, must know more. Speak now.
Yeah, thanks to Nurse Crane's dedication. These foreigners keep coming to Whitechapel, and my lodgings welcome all.
So business is booming.
More than ever. Hope Nurse Crane's dispensary does nothing but flourish. More money in my pocket in the end.
Why am I not convinced?
Maybe it's because you lack faith. Being a skeptic must be useful for a man of science.
Goodbye, Mr.
Okay,
Bates.
there we go. That should solve that problem. Good, thank goodness. I don't have to talk to you again. He's not the... Some of them are not so nice to talk to. Okay, so I need to head back to... over here. Yeah, I technically didn't have to go in there, but oh well. I did. I literally played Ring Around the Rosie in
When science fails you, this elixir
the backyard of Darius and Nurse Crane. Okay, so now we are heading back to the West End to proceed on with the big mission, because that should have been everybody that I needed to worry about healing. Okay. I wanted to make sure that I didn't have anybody slip deeper into a bad situation. Okay, so we're going to take that off of there. Make sure there is no more. I am very certain that everybody is healthy or recovering. So we are good there. Yes, that is what I like to see. Okay, so the next step would be to enter the Ascalon Club, which is red in front of me. I will do that next time. You guys have a great day, evening, week, weekend, whatever it may fall on when you happen to see this. Because I know when it gets posted, sometimes you see it right away, sometimes you may get on a couple of days after it's posted, or whatever the case may be. So I want to make sure that I wish you a proper, good, whenever it is, and that you watch it and that you're having a good time. Also, thanks for joining me in RZB World, and be sure to come back and visit us soon, and we love having you. Be sure to check out our lives when we go live. We love interacting with you guys, so come by, say hi, talk to us. We love talking with y'all and communicating back and forth. And if we happen to be playing a game that is one of those that you can jump on and play, heck, come on and play with us. We're totally down for that. Alright guys, well that is it. Mama Bear out.